Part 2a. We were asking, why should Homo sapiens, having come through a common evolutionary process, expect to be unique in such an important character, that is, the character of having moral sensitivity? I think we can find such evidence. Let's start with altruism. In evolutionary biology, an organism is said to behave altruistically when its behaviour benefits other organisms at a cost to itself. The vampire bat behaves altruistically. The bat has a precarious lifestyle, flying out at night to suck blood from reluctant larger hosts. Often a foray is unsuccessful, potentially a calamitous event, since the bat needs energy from food to fuel its next sortie. What happens then is, a successful neighbour regurgitates some of its own booty to feed the unlucky individual. G.S. Wilkinson has noted that this is not an automatic response. That would encourage laziness and incompetence, and it doesn't happen. Instead, bats are observed sometimes to help out and sometimes not. What makes the difference is whether the hungry bat has helped others in the past. Doesn't that imply the bats would have to know the other individuals in their colony and store some memory of food regurgitating behaviour of each? Apparently so. Wouldn't that require brain power beyond that of the ordinary bat? Yes, it would. Could that be why the vampire has an unusual, for a bat, bump in its forehead, perhaps to accommodate extra brain material? Who knows? The point is, the tendency to behave with a qualified altruism has evolved in software and or hardware to fit the bat to exploit a difficult environmental niche. Thomas Nagel may ask, what does it feel like to be a bat in these circumstances? I say, it doesn't matter how the bat feels, it's what it does that counts. As might be expected, more adaptable animals exhibit more complex traits. I was lucky enough to get to attend Tucson 96, the second International Conference on Consciousness Studies in the University of Arizona. It was an enormous multidisciplinary conference with some very big names among the speakers. David Chalmers was there, explaining the heart problem. Dan Dennett and Patricia Churchland were there, explaining the heart problem away. Roger Penrose was making the heart problem harder. As can be imagined, of a large interdisciplinary conference, things quickly got technical. So the most memorable session was one in which everyone engaged and everyone understood what was being said. The session was taken by 3 women who worked with animals. First up was Dr. Irene Pepperberg. For the past 26 years, Dr. Pepperberg has been studying the cognitive and communicative abilities of African grey parrots. She described how her oldest bird, Alex, can identify about 50 different objects using English labels. He can also label 7 colours, 5 shapes, and quantities up to and including 6. He has functional use of phrases like, I want X and I want to go Y, where X and Y respectively are object or location labels. He combines these labels to identify, refuse, request and categorize more than 100 different items. He has concepts of bigger and smaller, of category, of sameness and difference, of absence of information, and of number. Dr. Pepperberg tests Alex not only through direct questions about these concepts, for example, what colour bigger for 2 differently sized and coloured blocks, but also by using questions that involve complex structures, such as, what object is green and 3-cornered? He answers all these questions with about 80% accuracy. Her team thinks the reason he doesn't achieve 100% accuracy is boredom. He seems to get tired of repeatedly answering questions about colours and shapes and materials. For example, he sometimes will state every colour but the correct one, behaviour that suggests he is carefully avoiding the right answer. Statistically, he couldn't do that by chance. Furthermore, Alex demonstrates a certain level of intentionality involving requests. If he says that he wants grape and you give him banana, says Dr. Pepperberg, you are going to end up wearing the banana.